I want you to start with your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. And all we're going to do, we're not even involving our arms yet, you're just going to bend one knee and then the other. And if this is too far for you, for your legs to be, bring them in a little bit. But we're just going side to side. They're almost like side lunges without going too far too fast. Now at this time, if you like, you can let your arms just dangle as you go side to side. Just breathe in and out through your nose or your mouth. Hopefully I won't be fighting the yawns much longer. Just nice and easy. And if you like, here in a moment, you can just start to sway your arms. Now your arms and your whole body should be really loose. Try not to hold any tension. Try not to tighten up, but just let everything be relaxed. You can drop one ear to one shoulder and then one to the other, just going side to side, nice and easy. Start to sway those arms. We're not gonna rush into this today. We're gonna really enjoy it. Again, when you're doing this, just because my arms sway easily, you might actually feel pain as you sway yours. So if you do, don't sway them. If there's anything that's causing you pain, if maybe you're going too far into it, just take a back seat, make it smaller. But you go to your comfortable, not really edge, but to your range of motion. Nice and easy. And you're letting your elbows bend a little bit as we continue to sway. You can almost think of this as a dance. Nice and easy, really gentle. Being mindful of your knees. All right, we're going to change the arms a little bit. So all that's going to happen now, as we sway, you're going to take them out and then take them over and out. And they're up at shoulder height. And if that's too high for you, take them down a little bit. You work this where it feels good to you. Again, be mindful of your breath. If you like and you feel confident in doing so, you can close your eyes while you do this, if you're comfortable with the space that you're in. Or maybe you don't even close them, you just softly, almost close them like you're sneaking a peek. Couple of more times doing it this way. And by now you're going and you're bending your knee a little bit deeper. All right, come back to center. Make it softer, make it slower, make it smaller. You can readjust your feet a little bit. All right, we're going to turn our feet out And again, you find where it's comfortable for you. And you're gonna bend your knees. Now, I don't want your knees coming forward. I want them to go out over your toes. Now, if you're like right here, that's fine. If that feels good to where you're at. If you can go lower, that's fine too. You find where it feels good to you. Now this next little bit's gonna be odd. So imagine that you have a tail on your tailbone. And you're gonna swing it to the one side and then swing it to the other. And you're just swinging back and forth. And again, let those arms do a little swaying motion. And this may feel awkward at first. I know it does to me at times. But you're just swaying your hips side to side. And then we'll come back to center, straighten and bend. And when you straighten, don't lock. Don't lock your knees. But just up and down, nice and easy. Continue to breathe. And this is one of those poses, if you'd like, you could sit in a chair. And I will demonstrate this really quickly. Just trying to do it without making all the noise. But you would take your seat and have your feet out just like this. You'd sit up nice and tall, and instead of swaying your hips side to side, you'd lean your body side to side, and it's a little small movement. You'll probably feel this in your low back. And as you sway or slide side to side, just let your hands go from your top of your thighs to wherever they land. As you go side to side, staying upright. All right, we're going to get a little bit more into our shoulders. So I'm going to put my palm face down, and then I'm going to turn it to where my thumb goes down and this shoulder rotates. So it's a rotate and go back, out, rotate and go back, and just continue to do this as best you can. Now, not everyone's going to be able to be up here at shoulder height rolling back. You may be down here, and you may only go this far with it. It's a little different, but we're getting into these joints that need this massage and lubrication by doing these exercises. And even doing them low like I am now, I can still feel it in my shoulder. It really gets into that shoulder joint. All right, now we're going to do a couple of reaches. So you're going to reach over and come back down and reach down outside this leg. And then reach over, and you should feel this along your side body. And then come down the outside of that leg, reach over, and come back down. Again. I think that was probably 4, and we'll do 4 more. And you can do this at your own pace. Reaching and coming back over. This next one I do believe will be our last one on this side. And now we'll switch and do the other side. So you reach up and over, and then down to the outside of this leg, only going as far as you can go, and only as comfortable as you can go. I think we have 4 more to do. So this is 4. This is 3. This is 2. Last one. And come up. And now we're going to reach across. So we're going to go out with one arm and go back as far as you can do, as far as you can go, and then reach across and down. Come back up. Reach back and come back down. Leading with the elbow as you go back and then coming back down. Lead with your elbow. And this is 4. And lead again. And once more. I think we have 2 more to go. I don't know why I said 1. So 1 more after this one. And bring that arm forward. Now you'll reach back and come forward, coming across. Again, you only go as far as you can go. And as you're doing this, you're actually twisting your body back towards that hand as you go back. I do believe this one makes 5. And of course, if my count is off, you know, I always end up adding another one somewhere. But again, you only go as far as is comfortable to you. Now, all of these could have been done in a standing position, but today I chose to show it, 1 more just because I lost count. I chose to show it in a chair so that you would know that you have that option. Okay, I'm just going to come standing back up. I'm going to move my chair somewhere. And I'll step back to the mat. All right, you ought to feel a little bit looser. Now we're going to sway and sway. Just the upper body. Your knees are soft. You can stay upright. All right, we're going to do a little bit more with our arms. We're going to go back to that side to side. I'm going to take my feet out a little wider. And remember how I did that turn and go back, turn and go back? We're going to continue to do that. So take your arm up as high as you possibly can. And by as high, I mean no higher than shoulder level. That's more than enough. Now we're going to take it up and back. You're really reaching, going at your own pace. And when you do, your hand, instead of being flat, it is turned out as you go behind. And then this one is turned out as it goes back. All right, time to bend those knees again. Feet are over your ankles. We're going to place our hands together at our heart. We're going to take 3 full breaths here. We're not done stretching, so we'll take one arm up and then come back, take the other arm up and come back, and then go down and down, up, up, down, down. Still getting these stretches. And imagine as you're going down, you're scooping. So scoop, scoop, lift, lift, scoop, scoop, lift, lift. One more time. Lift, lift. Turn your feet forward. Hinge at your hips and come into a forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. And if you need to place your hands on top of your thighs, that's fine too. I don't want your head up looking at me anymore. So let your face face the floor. There's a soft bend in your knees. And you will drop your belly just like we would if we were in cow on the floor, except we're standing, and then round the back. And when you round the back, you may feel a big stretch along your low part of your back. If you can, keep that round, keep that angry cat going, but let your arms be loose. And then slowly come up, one vertebrae at a time. Take your arms out, take them up, take them out once again as you come into your forward fold. Softly bend your knees, hands on your knees as you drop the belly and gaze gently forward. Do not crank your neck to look at me if at all possible. And then round your back again, drop the arms. If you'd like, you can add a little tiny bounce. Now sway side to side. It's not a big movement. And slowly come back upright. We're going to come to the center of our mat, and we're going to do what I like to call quick tree. So it's not a matter of getting ready to stay here forever, okay? So all we're going to do is we're going to go up and down from side to side. Now if you need your chair for balance, just in case, you can have it out to the side. And you're just planting that foot on your calf, okay? It's not a matter of holding it, but you are getting the knee out to the side. You can keep your hands out and down. You can take them up like I am. Continue to breathe. We'll do 2 more that are quick. This last one, try to hold. It doesn't matter how long you hold it. You can take your arms back. Imagine like you got wings. Whoop, maybe not. I was trying to fly off my perch, but I'm making my shoulder blades go back towards each other My elbows are softly bent, and I have to come out because that was too much. And there's days that are going to be like that. So now, shift your weight onto the opposite leg. Come up into that tree. Again, try to find your balance. If you need the chair, there's no shame in the chair. Of course, my chair isn't over there, but I'm pointing over there like it is. Continue to breathe. If you fall out, come back in. And come on out. We're going to kick that out. All right, we're going to do chair. So, feet are approximately hip distance apart, toes are pointing forward. We're going to inhale our arms up beside our ears. Bend the knees, send the hips back. And it doesn't have to be a deep chair. And we're going to add movement with the arms. So now, your palms are facing each other. Turn them to where they're out. Take the arms back. Bring them up. Turn them out. Take them back. Up. Turn them out. Take them back. Sweep them forward. And then just continue to do this as a gentle movement. Again, if you can't get your arms up that high, if you're down here, you're still getting it. Imagine that you're swimming. Just imagine that you're swimming. Continue to breathe. One more time, getting those arms out and back. Sweep them up by your ears. Come to rising, take your hands down. Place them on your low back. Look up. Continue to breathe. Slowly hinge at your hips, bend your knees, come down. And that forward fold, your back is rounded. Slowly rise up. Take your feet wide once again. You're going to turn the right toes or the left, whichever way it is to you. I'm still learning this, so I'm turning my right toes to point out. My left foot is still pointing straight forward towards y'all. We're going to bend that knee that I just took out into this warrior. You're going to drop that front hand and reach, and then come back and reach backwards, and just go back and forth from warrior to extended to reversed warrior, letting your arms almost windmill. One more time this way. Come back to starting. Push off with that bent knee, straighten it out. Turn that foot forward. Turn your left foot out. Bend the left knee. Extend and reach over. And then come back. Reach over. And then come back. Again, do this at your own pace, at your own range of motion, which it might be right here. This might be your range of motion today. And guess what? That's fantastic. You go where it feels good to you. One more time backwards. One more time reaching over. and then come back to center. Push off, turn that foot forward, forward fold. Soften your knees. Check in with your neck, turning your head side to side. Slowly rise up, and I'm going to grab the chair once again. Except this time I'm getting the one closer to me. All right. We're going to do some figure 4 sitting. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit on your chair or your sofa, and you're going to bring yourself to the edge of that seat. For right now, I want you to turn your palms face up in your lap. I want you to close your eyes. All right, softly open your eyes, and I'm still a little bit too close, so I'm going to scoot back just a hair so you can better see where my feet are. Again, getting back up on the edge. My feet are a little bit wider than hip distance. You have to realize hip distance is your fists together, so I would have to bring my feet closer to get hip distance. So I'm going to take them back out. They almost match where the legs of the chair are, okay? So that's approximately where you need to be. We're going to bring the left foot up and cross the ankle over the right knee. Now this may be more than enough for you. You might already be feeling it here on the outside of this hip. I want you to go ahead and flex this foot at the ankle. Try not to involve the toes, but they do tend to get there sometimes. Let your hands rest on the front of your shin. We're going to take a breath in, and on the exhale, you're just going to gently come forward. You're bending your elbows. You're not pulling. You're just bending your elbows, coming closer to that bent leg. You do not have to come all the way down on top of this leg. You might be feeling it here already. You're just going to hang out here. You're going to let your head bow down. You're going to let your hands just rest on top of this leg that's crossed. Slowly and gently come back upright. Slowly uncross that leg, and you're going to extend it out. It's going to become straight. That foot is still flexed. You're going to take both hands onto this bent knee, and you're going to gently come forward. Slowly and gently come back upright. Bring that foot right back beside the other one. Still a little bit more than hip distance apart. We're going to get that on the other side. So gently, in the best way you can, bring the opposite foot up. Again, you're flexing this foot at the ankle. And if you notice, this knee on this side for me is a little bit higher. So I have a little bit more tightness on this side. Everybody has a side that's like that. Again, try not to grip this leg. Just let your hands relax. Even I have to remind myself. All right, we're going to take that deep breath in. And on the exhale, bend those elbows to bring yourself closer to that folded leg. Again, it does not matter how far down you go. Some people will be able to get a lot closer to this leg. Today is not that day, not for me anyway. Let your head bow down and close your eyes. Slowly and gently, come back up and yawn. Not necessarily, but that's what happened for me. Slowly and gently uncross that leg. You're going to go ahead and extend that leg forward, flex that foot, keep this knee bent. Both hands are on this knee as you slowly bend forward. Slowly and gently come back upright, taking your time. Bring that leg back in. I'm going to come down to the floor, so you're more than welcome to join me. You may want to get a blanket or a towel to fold up for your knees because we are going to come down onto all fours. I'm going to move my chair over here to the side, and I'm going to grab my little knee mat, as I like to call it. And I'm going to scoot it back a little bit. And when you do put your knees on a mat, make sure that your kneecaps are coming over the edge of that mat, because that's where you get the relief from being on your hands and knees. You're going to take your knees to where they're just underneath your hips. You're going to place the palms of your hands directly below your shoulders. You're going to look up, drop the belly, arch the tail up. For cow, you're going to exhale and round the spine for cat. Inhale, your gaze is just out to the end of your mat. You're not cranking your neck up. Exhale, round like a cat. Push your palms in the floor. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round the back. And then come to a neutral spine. Now from here, we're going to take one leg out to the side. I don't care which one you choose, but those toes are going to stay pointing forward. You're going to use your hands and walk yourself back upright to where you're kneeling on one knee and one leg is out. You're going to take both arms out. You're going to gently reach over that extended leg, not going very far, and then come back without going to the floor. Reach to that other side. and then come over for 2, and then reach, and 3, and reach, and 4, and come across, 5, and back over, 6, 2 more, last one in this direction, and last one over here. Come back to the center, reach with your hands to the floor, bring that extended leg back in, but we're not done with that side. So all you're going to do is take the leg out and bring it down, out and down. Imagine a dog at a fire hydrant. One more for 8. Now we're going to go to the other side. Extend the other leg out. If you need to come up onto your fingertips to walk yourself back upright, that's fine. Arms go out. And we reach across. Again, you go where it feels good and safe for you. This side does not want to go as far as the other side wanted to go for me. So I'm going to be okay with it going wherever it goes. I think that's 4. This will be 3 more. 2 more. This will be the last one. Uh-oh, my laptop died, so we'll see what happens with that. Take the arms out and bring yourself back down. Bring that leg in, and we're gonna do the fire hydrant for 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, come to a seated, comfortable position. Take your blanket or your extra cushion to the side and just sit comfortably. Doesn't have to be pretty. If you notice, mine's kind of out there. Close your eyes. We're going to take a couple of breaths. You can take the sighing breath, or just in and out through your nose. Let your eyes close or be soft. Now go ahead and bring yourself to a regular crisscross applesauce. You can have one leg in front of the other, but not so relaxed like we just did. And all we're going to do is we're going to do upper body circles. Let your head remain neutral and upright. Couple more in this direction. It doesn't matter which direction you chose. We are always going to pause and go in the reverse direction. All right, let's do one more full rotation here. Pause at the center and reverse. Again, you don't have to have your eyes open for this. We're sitting on the floor or you're sitting in your chair, and it's just not needed. So close your eyes and really enjoy this motion in your body. Come back to center. We're going to gently twist in one direction. I don't care which one you choose. So when you take the arm up beside your ear, the other hand is going back to the outside of that same hip, and you're crossing over with the arm that was just by your ear to the opposite leg. Without untwisting your body, gently take your gaze over your front arm that is crossed across your body. Getting that full spinal twist. Let your chin be lifted, stretching your neck a little bit. Slowly and gently untwist your body. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, walk your hands forward. Now, if this is as far as they go, that's great. So just bend your elbows and let your body sink forward. If your arms can go a little further, that's okay, but keep those elbows soft. Bow your head. And yes, I swept my floor, but you wouldn't be able to tell looking at my mat. Slowly and gently come back upright, taking your time. You're going to switch which leg is in front. Doesn't matter how you crisscross, but we're just going to switch them. We're going to take the opposite arm up by the same ear. Take the other hand back behind our hips and cross the other arm in front of our body. Without untwisting our body, take your gaze over your front shoulder. Again, lift the chin, stretch that part of your neck. almost as if you're trying to listen with this ear up to the sky. Slowly and gently untwist your body. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, walk your hands forward. Again, you're not trying to reach, you're just coming into a nice relaxed forward fold. Your elbows remain soft. Your head is bowed down. Slowly and gently come back upright, and I want you to find yourself laying down. You can use a pillow up underneath your knees. Unless you have a bolster, you can always put the bolster up underneath your knees, which that's what I'm going to do today. I haven't done this in a long time. Come back. And I'm also using a blanket for underneath my neck. I'm just rolling it up a little bit so it gives me a little bit more support. And I'm going to move my clock down here so I don't have to strain to see what time it is. So I'm just going to come on down the best way that I know how. Let your arms go out away from your body. If you need to roll the bolster out a little further so your feet are dangling instead of touching the floor, that's fine. Not really sure if you're going to be able to see, but all I want you to do is take the right hand and take that arm and cross it over your chest, reaching towards your left arm. So maybe your right hand touches your shoulder on your left arm. And your right shoulder comes up off the mat. Slowly let that right arm fall back open. And now we'll get that with the left arm. So you peel it up off the floor, getting that left shoulder up off the floor, using your left hand to reach over towards your right bicep. And it's okay if you only make it to your right shoulder. You only go as far as is comfortable to you. Slowly and gently let that left arm flop back open. And yes, it can flop. Make any adjustments you need to make yourself the most comfortable that you can for the next few minutes. If the bolster is not working for you, that's quite all right. All you need to do to move it out of the way is bend your knees and place your feet on the bolster And then like an old school typewriter, take whatever predominant foot you have and slide it to the side. And then you can bring your feet back onto the mat if you like. Again, you can be just like this. You can have your legs straight out. Whatever feels good in your body, that's where you need to be. Everyone will be different. So don't always go by what you see me doing, because this is just what my body is calling for today. This is your final relaxation. You need to do you and what you need and what your body wants and needs. With your eyes closed, I want you to notice the places on your body that are meeting the floor. The soles of your feet, your lower back, the backs of your arms, the backs of your hands. If you're sneaking a peek and wondering what I'm doing a gentle pelvis rock. So I'm tilting my pelvis, almost tucking my tail, which flattens my entire lumbar region on the floor. And then I'm releasing it, letting it tilt the other direction. Can almost make a space underneath my back. And it's just a little small movement, a small massage, which you are more than welcome to do. This is just what I'm doing today. You can always windshield wiper your knees side to side. Just whatever you need to do, whatever stretch. Let your feet fall open. Tuck your shoulders up underneath you. Gently turn your head side to side, checking in with your neck. From here, I want you to start to rotate your ankles in whatever direction feels good to you. And yes, you can yawn. And then I want you to really stretch your fingers and rotate your wrists in whatever direction feels good and natural to you. Spread your fingers out wide and then let them relax. Maybe point and flex your feet. Spread your fingers wide once again as you begin to bend one knee, placing that foot onto the mat, and then let your fingers relax. Spread your fingers out wide once again as you bend the other knee, bringing that foot to rest on the mat. Walking your feet as close to your bottom as you can as you relax your fingers. Gently come up into a low bridge and set your hips down over towards one side and then roll over onto the opposite side. Take a couple of breaths here. gently stretch back out. And roll back over, curling up. On your next inhale, gently and carefully push yourself up into a seated, comfortable, cross-legged position. I'm gonna bring my bolster up here for me. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and before we end class, I wanted to, one, tell everybody Happy Mother's Day that joined today, and two, I am more than likely going to record another class this afternoon if I can get my laptop to work. If not, I'll be doing it on the phone, and that'll prove interesting. And I will then upload it to YouTube, and I will share it with you for tomorrow on Mother's Day. I plan on spending some time with my family. So now we're ready to end the class. Spread your arms out wide and crisscross them in front and gently twist side to side, making note which arm is on top. Spread out wide once again and gently rock side to side. We're going to do a couple of little side stretches. We're going to place one hand on the floor and reach over and push off and go to the other side and come back to center. We will inhale up and exhale to the heart. I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. I hope that you have a wonderfully blessed day and a happy Mother's Day tomorrow, even to the dads out there that are moms as well. And until next time, which might be tomorrow or it might be pre-recorded, but it'll definitely be next weekend at 3 o'clock. Peace out. See you later.